Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good one today. I'm the Metal Junkie, and today I'm going to be ranking all the tracks on Defenders of the Faith by Judas Priest. If you've been following me on this channel, you'll know that I just reacted to all the tracks off this album. You can go check those out if you're interested. And yeah, I've been digging this album ever since. Been listening to it for the last week or so, and it's a hell of a record. So I figured I'd give my 2 cents on how I would rank all the tracks from worst to best. We got 9 of them here. There's really 10 tracks, but I put Heavy Duty and Defenders of the Faith together, just like I did with my reaction, because it just felt right. I'll elaborate on that once we get to that number, but yeah. This is going to be interesting. I don't know if my ranking's the right ranking, since I'm fairly new to this album. Let me know how controversial it is down in the comment section, and let's dive in. So in last place at number 9, we got Eat Me Alive. An okay track, but easily my least favorite on the album. It just doesn't quite pique my interest like the other songs do. When I was re-listening to the album, it's probably the one I was listening to the least. The verse, there's not a whole lot to it. It's mostly riding the strings, palm muting, and yeah, the song just doesn't do much for me. It does have a great solo, and I love the rhythm section surrounding the solo, but aside from that, it's easily my least favorite track. And even the lyrics, Eat Me Alive, it's very tongue-in-cheek. I know this is a fairly controversial song in itself. When it was released, it got put on like the top 15 nasty list or something like that for songs. I seen that online somewhere. I imagine it's something like the video nasties in horror movies of the 80s, where a lot of movies were getting banned in certain countries and that due to its explicit content, I guess. And this song, people were going on saying it's about someone having you at gunpoint and forcing you to give them head, give them a blowjob or something, which, yeah, kind of, that is kind of what the lyrics are about, but it's done in a really cheesy way and really tongue-in-cheek, and it's not supposed to be taken very seriously. Up next at number 8, we got Heavy Duty / Defenders of the Faith. Now, like I said, I put both these tracks together because it just seems right. I almost feel like they should have done that in the track listing to begin with, but maybe they just wanted to make it look like they had more tracks. I don't know, but it definitely feels like these songs should be listened to together, and it makes for a great concert track. Like, I can see them on tour playing this, and the crowd would just go crazy for it. It just has that beat, has that epicness to it. Very simple but effective. And yeah, I would love to see this live. At number 7, we got Night Comes Down. Now, I see this as more like their ballad to this album. It's a slower, a smoother song. Funny enough, I have this at number 7 out of 9 tracks, where I feel like a band like, I don't know, for example, like Whitesnake or someone from the 80s like that, there's bands that put out tracks like this, like one-hit wonders, and that's like their only big track on the album, and they can sell millions. Where it just proves how good Judas Priest is. This is one of the weaker songs on the album, in my opinion, but it's still great. I still give it like an 8 out of 10. And yeah, it just goes to show how great the other tracks are on this album, and just how great of an album it is overall. And I personally feel like this track is about dealing with a breakup or some type of relationship gone sour. Now, for the next 6 tracks, I'm just going to say this right now, they're all 10 out of 10s for me. I had a really hard time placing these top 6, so take my ranking with a grain of salt. I love all of them. So at number 6 is Love Bites. Now, this song, I never even realized that I knew it before reacting to it. This was one of 2 songs that I knew before from this album, but I didn't know this one very well. I just recognized it. I was familiar with it a bit. But yeah, it's a different style than the rest of this album, I feel. I feel like this one would belong more on the Turbo album. Even though I never really listened to it, I do know the song Turbo Lover, and I feel like this track kind of feels more in that vein. But yeah, it's a great track nonetheless. It has a build up to it. Starts off kind of slower and like builds up as it's going. And yeah, I have a whole lot of fun with this one. At number 5, we got Some Heads Are Gonna Roll. Now, this one is a grower. Holy shit, I really enjoyed this one. The chorus just got stuck on my head for the last week or so. It's very infectious. Again, a fairly simple track, but just done to perfection. And I think I was wrong in my reaction. I stated that I think the song's about the lower class turning on the higher class, and they're gonna make some heads roll. But after hearing a few of your comments and re-listening to the song, I actually feel it's the opposite. It's the leaders in power. They're gonna slip and end up killing everybody one of these days. They're just gonna have a fit. You know what I mean? The first verse kind of feels like it's like a regular person with a gun on the street. They have the power and they can make some heads roll if they're having a bad day. But as the song goes on, it starts talking about like the people in higher power, I feel, and how they could just make a nuclear disaster at any time if they were just having a bad day, and they could really hurt the lower class. And yeah, I feel like that's more of what the song's about. At number 4, we got Jawbreaker. I really love the guitar work in this one. It has some speed to it, some good riffs. I love Rob Halford's voice on here, especially the way he sings the chorus and the little riff that's around the chorus. Sounds really cool. It kind of reminds me of Skin in My Teeth a little bit by Megadeth. Just an all-around great track. What it means? Well, I've gathered 3 meanings on the internet with the comments and with everything. It could be seen as like a mystical creature with all the way he's talking in metaphors and that. It could be seen as him coming out of the closet, you know, on the verge of coming out. Or lastly, the most popular suggestion is that it's just about a penis and basically a blowjob. Jawbreaker. You get the whole point in that. And yeah, that's probably what the song's about. At number 3, we got Rock Hard, Ride Free. Now this is probably the song that grew on me the most out of all these tracks. I thought it was just okay on first listen, but man, does it ever get better and better and better on every time you re-listen to it. I like all the little transitions in here and change ups, especially that like interlude that we get near the chorus. For like 2 minutes in the middle of the track, it kind of goes on a journey before it comes back to the chorus. And yeah, the chorus is just so damn good, and it's just an all-out rockin' track. And that's basically what the song's about. Reaching our top 2, this surprised me a hell of a lot. At number 2, we got FREEWHEEL Burning. Now, going into this record, I thought this would easily be my favorite. This is the only track I really knew before reacting to this. I listened to it many, many times. It just has so much energy. It's fast. It's everything you want from a Priest song. And, you know, a song just about racing or just going out and driving around, whether it be on a bike or on your in your car or whatever. Just living life on the road. But like I said, I am surprised that this is not in first place because this is a hell of a track. Some great solos. Great everything. But there's one track that actually beat it out. And coming in the first place, we got The Sentinel. Now, I know you guys love this track. I heard it a lot in the comments. I've had this song even suggested to me before I've done this album, so I know it's a popular one with the fans. And I don't know why this isn't put down as one of the greatest songs, because it really is. It's the full package. It's, like I said, the top 6 tracks here in my ranking are all 10 out of 10s, but this one is an 11 out of 10. Like I said, great riffs. It has some progressive parts too to the riffs, which I'm surprised. It's got the heaviness. It's got a kick-ass chorus. Love the guitar work, the drumming, the solos. You get like 7 back and forth, like a solo duel between the 2 guitarists. And it's just the entire package, guys. And I totally see why you guys love it. And I even surprised myself at having this in first place. And when it comes to the meaning of this track, I think I was wrong again in my reactions. I was saying that it was just a guy out avenging people or whatever. But really, I think this is more like a Mad Max situation where someone like lost their family or something bad happened to them. And they pretty much are just out to take out like all these gang members and such to avenge their family or whatnot. Maybe it's not that deep, but that's somewhere in the ballpark, I believe, what the song is about. But yeah, it's a hell of a track, and it easily comes in the first place on Defenders of the Faith. So there you have it, guys. There's my ranking of all the tracks on this album. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a hell of a ride. I'm so glad you guys chose this on the poll to react to, because it's really going down as an amazing record. It's my favorite Judas Priest record at this point. It used to be, believe it or not, Angel of Retribution, because I freaking love that album. But this one surpassed it just a little bit. I love Painkiller too, but I feel like it's a little bit overrated. I feel like this and Angel of Retribution are actually better albums in my opinion, but it all comes down to personal taste and preference, guys. So I want you guys to tell me how you would rank this album, what's your favorite songs, what's your least favorite. Let me know all that down below in the comment section. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching.